knuckle down, lock in, focus, and start working. Do important shit all day, every day, until you finally have enough. And make sure you're doing things that actually matter. You're trapped in a forest, surrounded by bramble and ghouls which intend on taking your soul. And I am outside of the forest. And I am screaming to you saying, I know a way out. The path is long, it is dangerous, it is arduous. You may hurt yourself, you may get cut. It's difficult, but I can guarantee you it leads out. And perhaps there's another voice saying, I know an easy path and it just leads straight out and it's easy. If you believe them, try. But if it was true, if there was an easy path out, why are so many people still stuck? Why are so many people still trapped? If there's an easy way out of this mess. I can't give you easy answers. I don't have them. I only have the hard answers. And the hard answer is for you to knuckle down, stop fucking praying for an economic miracle, get your fucking act together, and start working all day, every day, until you finally have enough for you to no longer have to be forced to live an experience you don't enjoy anymore. Because that's all I did. So that's all I know. It's amazing how much you can achieve if you actually try. So why do I put emphasis on focusing to get rich? You should be as rich and as strong as possible because you're a full-grown man. And full-grown men need to be able to influence the world. It's never going to be smooth sailing. How could it possibly be? Life's never been that way. You're at the bottom of a well, and to save your manicure, you're praying someone's going to throw a rope down or a ladder because you don't want to scale the slimy walls and crawl out to salvation because of how difficult it's going to be. And you're sitting at the bottom thinking, a ladder's coming soon. I heard this rumor of this guy who has a ladder and he randomly puts it down wells. And maybe he'll choose my one. So if I just sit around and wait, that is the wrong mentality. It will soon be nightfall. You will freeze. It will begin to rain and you will drown. You don't have time. If the man with the ladder is coming, then you're good anyway. If the ladder comes down the well when you're halfway up the wall, you're great. But you should begin to climb anyway. It is win-win. The only thing stopping you is the trap of believing you're doing something by praying for the ladder man and laziness. And that's the beautiful thing about life, because the answer is nearly always the fucking same. Get rich, ignore the noise. Buckle down, ignore the noise. Lock in, focus, do important shit, ignore the noise. And make sure you're doing things that actually matter. Because there's a huge work trap that's been set up. You're not working as hard as you think you are. If you're watching podcasts which are giving you hope that you've already done enough work, that's what you're doing. You're hoping someone is going to say to you that you've already done enough. And it's all fine. Nothing is fine. You need to crawl out of that well with your fingernails. You need to scratch your face on hard stone. You need to get out of there like a man, even if the ladder comes after you climbed out of the well. You bought yourself time. Now you're ahead of the game. Yes, you could have waited and had an easier way out. But think of how much time you saved by crawling out before the ladder man got round to you. This is extremely important. It's extremely important. And the great thing about this mindset is most people don't have it. But if you bow down and you get rich, the rest will do it for you. It's fine. Let them do the heavy lifting. Let them sit there and rage post and get mad and lose sleep and watch videos and do all that crap while you stack cash. And I guarantee you, that's how you're gonna win. We're perfectly prepared to do the hard work. There's no such thing as easy money. There's money you fucking work for. I can show you where the gold mine is and I can give you a pickaxe, but you have to dig. If you're not gonna dig, don't go. Do not go down the gold mine with a pickaxe if you're not prepared to dig. Then you're wasting everyone's time. You're wasting my time for giving you a hard hat and a shovel. You're wasting the elevator operator's time. You're wasting the company's time because we could have hired somebody else who actually wants to dig. If you're not prepared to work, don't fucking go down there. Stay at the top and never have a chance of finding gold. Believe that one day gold's gonna just fall on your lap. You're gonna find it by accident. By next year, I'll be rich. I don't have to work. I don't know how. It's just gonna happen. Let's see, shall we? Or you can get rid of your childish, infantile dreams. Pick up a fucking axe. Get in the elevator and go down there with a vigor, prepared to do whatever it takes. Choice is yours. But it truthfully is go time, gentlemen. I'm not going to tell you an easy way to make money. I'm not going to tell you can just buy money and sit there and do nothing. I'm going to tell you how to crawl out. I'm going to say that you should do it the hard way. I can only teach you how to do things the hard way. That's all I know because it's all I've ever done. I've never done things the easy way. I've never been lucky. I've never caught a lick. I've been the guy who had to crawl out by the skin of his teeth every single time he ever escaped absolute decimation. I've been the guy who had it on the edge of annihilation, of his life falling apart, and he only pulled it off because he grit and bared pain and did whatever it took to win. I've never had it easy. I've never won easy. I've only ever did it the hard way. So it's all I can teach you. If there's someone out there who you believe in, who's promising you an easy way out, then go believe them. I don't know any easy way out. All I know is the hard way out.
You're exactly where you wish to be in life. Even if you think you are not happy where you are, I can promise you are. Because if you're truly uncomfortable, you can't even sleep. If I put you on spikes, you can't lay down. You only lay down even if you're semi-comfortable. What I often hear from people and see from people is that they get very motivated for short periods of time. They'll be very motivated to change their life for 3 hours, and then they'll just go back to playing video games, and they're actually not unhappy with their life. They're fine to play video games and eat beans on toast and sit around in a small little apartment. They only become unhappy for a few hours now and again. That's when they talk about how motivated they are. That's when they talk about how hard they want to try. But in general, they're actually perfectly fine with their life, meaning they wish to be there. If they wished to be anywhere else, they wouldn't be doing what they're doing. And by extension, they would be exactly where they wish to be. I want you to understand at home, whether you're successful or unsuccessful, you wish to be where you are. If you wished to be big, you'd be big. You would train all day, every day. There is no such thing as wanting to be big and wishing to be big truthfully and not being big. If you say to a man, do you want to be bigger? They'll all say yes. But do they really wish for it? Oh, you'll take it for free. Well, you'll take anything for free. You'll take a Toyota Corolla for free, but you won't buy one. Taking something for free is very different than going out there and earning it and paying for it. They're very different things. So you're as big as you wish to be. You're as rich as you wish to be. You live where you wish to live. Because truthfully, when you wish for something with all of your heart, never in history has the universe or God failed to give it to you. Anything you've ever truly wished for in your entire life, you have gotten 100% of the time. So then the logical extension of this mindset is you have to analyze and decide, one, why you wish to be where you currently are. Why? And two, if you want to change that, where you actually genuinely wish to be, because you have to make sure you really want it. You get to choose who you want to be and become it. You build yourself into whatever you decide you want to be. But as a man, you get to decide which avatar you want to experience life as. You get to decide if you want to be the rock star or the basketball player or the astronaut or the firefighter or whatever we thought we wanted to be when we were children. And it's actually a very interesting psychological and philosophical question because you can sit and analyze, okay, have I become who I wanted to be? Like, I don't know. As a kid, I don't remember saying a specific profession as much. I remember being obsessed with obviously my father and Batman and chess and certain things. I didn't have a specific profession, but now that if you ask me, and I'm gonna be all philosophical and self-reflecting, have I become who I wanted to be? Well, I like to think I'm a good representation of my father. I like to think I'm a good representation of Batman. I've got enough cars. I can fight, got the money, everything's fine. So yeah, I think I've done pretty good, but I don't think enough men analyze and think, what did I really want to be when I was growing up and did I become it? Because that's the most beautiful thing about being a man. You can be anything. There's a whole bunch of shit that's cool.
that I don't want to do. I don't want to go base jumping. I don't want to swim with sharks. I don't want to do any of that fucking shit. But some dudes do, and they do it. There's many different ways to be an interesting person as a man. And the fact that so many men fail to achieve any of them is actually quite remarkable. So when I grew up, I kind of feel like I wanted to be the man I am today. I wanted to be financially successful. I want to be well-known, respected. I want my last name to mean something. I want to be physically intimidating. I want to be free. I want to be spontaneous because I had the means to be. And I want to be competent and capable and well looked up to. And I feel like I've kind of done most of those things, and I'm very, very happy with my life.